With the playoffs just 5 weeks away and the Cowboys with the realistic chance of clinching a playoff berth, we discuss the possible playoff picture on this special episode of Noise of the Boys. Cowboy Nation, what is happening? Live and in living color, we bring to you the Noise of the Boys podcast, a Dallas Cowboys homer exclusive from our studio at HQ1. I am your co-host, color commentator, Matt Longoria, and with me as always, my right-hand dude sitting to my left, Uncle CTom.
What up, everybody? Matt and I are just two true blue, over-the-top diehard fanatics that come together to help you celebrate those wins, but still find those silver and blue linings in the losses. We're here to make some noise about the boys. How we feeling today, Matt Long?
Feeling good. I got the midweek blues waiting for this game to come up. You can't take too much time away from the Cowboys because then you go through withdrawals, and that's why we come to you today with the midweek special because we just can't get enough Cowboys. So with that, let's just get right into it. What do you say?
Let's do it. So, guys, Cowboys Nation, good news for you. According to the New York Times, the Dallas Cowboys have a greater than 99% chance to make the playoffs. I like those odds. What do you say?
I mean, it can't get any better than that. I mean, we earlier in the season when we talked about the Cowboys, we wanted to remanage our expectations, and the goal was to just win our division, and it's looking like that's going to be happening. Regardless of if it, let's just say it doesn't happen, we still have a chance to make a wild card spot. So, I mean, it just seems inevitable at this point, and we're here today to talk about where we could end up because the reality is we could still see a playoff berth run straight through AT&T Stadium.
Absolutely. So before we start getting into all these wild scenarios and all these things that we need to happen, the easiest way for the Cowboys to clinch a playoff berth, so that could happen this weekend, 5, 6, and 7 seed guaranteed, is the Cowboys beat the Giants, which is probably going to happen, let's be real. And then we need the Saints or the 49ers to lose this weekend. So if the Cowboys win and we get a loss from one of those teams, we're going to clinch a playoff berth. We're going to the playoffs, y'all. And that's something to be really, really happy about. We haven't been to the playoffs since 2018. The last time the Cowboys were in the playoffs was the game that you and I were at, which feels like a lifetime ago. So very, very exciting stuff. But there's more good news to that. The probability, according to the New York Times, of the Cowboys actually ending up in the 5, 6, or 7 seed is 4%. So in all likelihood, yes, we're going to make the playoffs, but we're going to be in the playoffs as a division winner.
Yes. So let's take a look and see where we are. So the possibility of us, I mean, look, we're not coming in today with numbers and probabilities. We are going to come to you today with scenarios and ways that we can clinch a higher seeding in this conference playoffs here. So to become the third seed, it's very, very simple. We just need to win every single game. And what inevitably ends up happening is that means we defeat Arizona. We own a tiebreaker with them. So regardless if we tie or whatnot, we need to win out because if they have a tying record or a worse record, obviously we're above them. So that seals the third seed, winning out. Very, very simple.
Cowboys have a very good chance to get out of the 4th seed, y'all. With that being said, in order to guarantee a top 4 seed, all you need to do is win your division. The Cowboys can win their division by beating the Giants this weekend and then beating Washington, which we did last weekend, but beating them again, this time at home. So both of those very likely to happen. So 3rd and 4th seed, the probability of that happening is very, very high.
Pretty high. And you know what's even better than that is going 6-0 in your respective division, the NFC least. That'd be really nice to see that. I don't think we've seen that since 2016, if I'm remembering correctly.
No, not even then.
Not even then. But it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute.
Definitely been a while.
With that said, to become a 2nd seed, the Cowboys must win out. And you'll notice a trend here. In every one of these scenarios, the Cowboys must win out. Otherwise, you're stuck at 4th, assuming you win a division. Now, that being said, to become 2nd seed, the Cowboys must win out. Green Bay must lose one game, and Tampa Bay wins out in this scenario.
we're just going to assume that Tampa's winning out because they do have a cupcake schedule. And let's be real, like if we can get Green Bay to lose one of their last 4 and the Cowboys win out, that's a second seed, right? So the second seed is very possible as well because all we need is for Green Bay to lose one of their last 4, and they play some pretty decent teams down the stretch. So it's entirely possible that the Cowboys end up with this second seed. So let's just run through these scenarios. Let's get on to the ESPN playoff machine.
Guys, it is an absolute process to put these together for you guys. So if you please could give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below on where you expect the Cowboys to fall in the playoff picture. Hit that thumbs up button. Okay, please activate that notification bell because you will be the first to know when one of these episodes drops. With that, courtesy of ESPN and their playoff picture generator, we'll call it. I believe they call it a playoff machine. We'll go through some scenarios here. So we know that the Cowboys have to win out. So week 15, we've got New York. We're going to select ourselves as the winner there. Tampa Bay. We're going to expect them to win out as well. So this is assuming we make the second seed. And Green Bay is going to have Baltimore. We need them to lose one. In our experience, we'd imagine that Baltimore has the best chance to beat Green Bay. So we're going to give them the dub here. And then that just leaves Arizona. And this
in
one,
Detroit.
It doesn't really matter, but we believe Arizona will win. Okay. Week 16. Again, Tampa Bay's winning out. Dallas wins out. Green Bay, they've got the Browns. We're going to give them the win. Arizona, doesn't matter. They got the win there.
So moving into week 17, we've got Tampa at 1, Arizona 2, Dallas 3, Green Bay 4. If everything falls the way we want it to.
Yes. And you can see just by the visual in front of you, Tampa Bay does own a tiebreaker over Arizona. All right. So week 17, again, this is the important one here. Dallas has to win out, and you can see why now. They face Arizona. So whether or not Arizona loses their remaining games is neither here nor there. We need to win this one.
And you can see on the playoff machine, that's going to flip the position right there. And that's why, Cowboys Nation, we don't want to rest our guys. That game has huge implications on seeding, and the rest of the league is going to be watching that one closely.
Exactly. And you want to know when we rest our guys during that first round bye. So Tampa Bay wins out. Obviously, we give them the dub. Arizona just lost to us. Green Bay's left with Minnesota. Minnesota's taking care of business earlier this season. We don't anticipate it happening again. Green Bay's going to get that dub. And then moving into week 18, you can see Tampa Bay, again, we're assuming wins out, beat Carolina twice. Dallas, we're assuming wins out, defeats Philly. Green Bay is going to take this one. They've got the Detroit Lions. And then we've got Arizona taking on Seattle. This one doesn't matter at this point, but we give them the dub just for argument's sake. And you can see this is how we clinch that second seed. Okay. Now,
you'll notice there's a 3-way tie for the 2 seed. And that's the key here, y'all. The key here is that Dallas needs to have 3-way tie or more because of the way that the games have played out this season. We own the conference tiebreaker. So when there's a 3-way tie or more, or 4-way tie, when you have that many teams tied with the same overall record, the tiebreaker is then goes to whoever has the best conference record. Assuming the Cowboys win out, they'll have the best conference record sitting at 12-1, which will put them right there in the second seed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please refer to this video when you're trying to figure out where the Cowboys are going to fall because it is a cluster of a mess trying to figure it out on your own. Believe us, this is the second or third take. Now, let's just take a look and see what happens if Tampa Bay were to lose a game. Let's give Carolina that win. You can see that propels Dallas into the first seed, and it actually drops Tampa Bay to the third. So you can see in a 4-way tie, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Arizona, that's where we're going to fall.
And that's going to be the key to the first seed, y'all. We need Green Bay to lose, and we need Tampa Bay to lose, and we need Dallas to win out. Once again, that 3-way tie like you were referring to, everybody has the same record. The tiebreaker goes to Dallas with the best conference record. So all of these scenarios are entirely possible. As far as the first seed goes, there's only a 7% chance that the Cowboys get that first seed, according to the New York Times. But you're saying there's a chance. So Cowboys Nation, we got to be watching Tampa and Green Bay very, very closely. Obviously, we already know we're all going to be watching Dallas closely. And the swing game is going to come down to Arizona coming into our house. Let's see if the Cowboys, let's see if they show up. Let's see if they're going to rest some guys. You know, that game is going to, like I said, going to have huge implications on the way the seeding turns out.
Certainly. Silver and blue lining here, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking like we're going to clinch a playoff berth no matter where it may fall. It's important here. This is super important. Dallas, you must take care of business. You cannot rely on other teams in this scenario unless you're shooting for a first seed. Now, take care of business, and we'll see where the cards fall for the remaining teams, at least in the top four. But that's all we can control as a team, winning our own games. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
And one last thing, we obviously, you know, everybody's kind of trying to avoid the fourth seed because we're just assuming that Arizona is going to win the division, but we don't actually know if they're going to win the division because the Rams are one game behind them. So anything can really happen, honestly. But you don't want to be in that fourth seed because you're either going to have the Rams or you're going to have the Cardinals most likely. And that's going to be a tough draw in the first round. So let's hope the Cowboys win out and let's get that third seed and we'll end up with a team like San Francisco or Washington or something like that.
Guys, it is a short episode. We just wanted to come at you live and share our thoughts here midweek. Again, we got those midweek blues and we are just fully anticipating this game that's ahead on this Sunday. So if you've made it this far, we want to thank you for your time and attention and hope that you've learned something of value here in the last 15 minutes or so. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and activate that bell button so you can be the first to know when a new episode of Noise of the Boys podcast has dropped. And with that, we are out of here. Matt Long and Uncle CTom, and we will see each and every one of you for the pregame report.
Peace!